And we speak now to Herman Mashaba, ActionSA leader, who has said that they will not go into any further coalition talks with the DA without Julius Malema's EFF. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us, Mr. Mashaba. Is this an accurate account of where you stand as ActionSA, even though your vote has helped put a DA mayor in Ekurhuleni, Johannesburg, and in Tshwane, I believe?
Thank you. First of all, good afternoon, and thank you so much for this opportunity. The reason why I feel it would not really be fair for me to really have the discussion with the ANC on my own is because DA's positions in all the three metros were not only voted by ActionSA on our own. We had to get the EFF to really support us. For that reason, if DA wants to now, this time around, negotiate with us in good faith for the people of this country, they've got enough votes. We are happy to talk to them, but I've learned a lesson negotiating with them on a bilateral basis. They discuss something with you, the next time when they talk to someone else, they give him a different story. So because I don't really trust them, I would want when we negotiate, all the parties must be in
Is that what do you think happened in Johannesburg when John Steenhuisen came out to say that they don't think that they're going to support ActionSA's mayoral candidate because they feel that they can't work with the EFF? As in, was it something that was agreed until they didn't about turn?
Hello, sorry, I just missed your question.
So my question was, is this what you think happened in Johannesburg? At some point, the DA came out saying they're not going to support you in the mayoral.
Yeah, what happened, Tepi, so why I had to approach the EFF to assist us with this matter, because we've been negotiating with the DA over the last two and a half weeks, and without making any progress, and they decided to drop us on Saturday morning after having a meeting, a very successful meeting, which we thought they were negotiating with us in good faith, and realized that their plan is actually to give these municipalities to the ANC, because if we are going to vote separately, including DA on their own, they were going to lose these municipalities, all of them, Johannesburg, Tshwane, and Ekurhuleni. So we felt this game that the DA is playing to give these municipalities to the ANC, it's not going to happen. People of this country have been abused for the last 27 years by the ANC, wanted the ANC to be removed. That's when I called the EFF to say, please come to our rescue. Let us ensure that we can protect these municipalities from ANC.
So let me get this straight, Mr. Mashaba, because it sounds like a very serious allegation. Are you saying that the DA were deliberately trying to lose the mayoral positions in Tshwane, in Johannesburg, and Ekurhuleni by not supporting the smaller coalition parties or leaders, and that there would have then been some sort of a discussion or agreement with the ANC, or would have just been like a Santa Claus gift?
Tepi, so because if we're going to be voting individually, including the including the DA, in this case, ANC being having the biggest majority in council, the ANC was going to take over these municipalities, and we had to stop it because when DA collapsed our coalition discussion on Saturday, that's when really the bell started ringing that no, it looks like the DA wants to give these municipalities.
Let's get to the important matters now. You have voted in DA mayors. You say you're not proceeding unless there's an agreement to work with the EFF. Should that be a formal or a loose agreement? And what happens if the DA doesn't come to the party? They have no obligation towards you. They say themselves they were shocked that you voted with them. What happens next?
Well, I think, Tepi, so DA has always said to people of this country that they want to remove ANC. That's what, not me. I'm sure you must have had discussion with them, actually committing to unseat the ANC. But their plan in practice, without any doubt, was actually to continue putting the ANC into government. And we wanted to make sure that we protect our country from the ANC abuse in these municipalities for another 5 years.
But what I want to know is what happens next. You say you're not going to work with the DA unless they agree to work with the EFF. You say out of loyalty that the EFF has helped you save the communities in these metros, so to speak, by not handing back the governance to the ANC. What happens if the DA says no to what you're proposing? They are in no formal agreement with you or the EFF, and they vowed not to do that.
Well, absolutely. Then it is their choice. They let them tell people of South Africa why political parties on their own, they took a decision to actually give them the outright majority to take over these municipalities. Then it will be up to South Africans actually really make a judgment on the DA's position, whether they want the ANC back or not.
I'm going to sound cynical by asking this, but I'll ask it anyway. Are you effectively trying to put the DA in a corner to do your bidding as the smaller parties in agreement with what you said you've all agreed on, and that is to deliver better service in metros without the ANC?
Well, Tepi, so one thing that is a fact as well is that DA on their own, unfortunately, poor communities are not part of their agenda. So for us, they must never, ever have any impression that our vote was a gift to them. Absolutely, we are not unapologetic about this. We gave them this vote, firstly, to remove the ANC, to save our country from the ANC. Secondly, we are saying to the DA, if you're going to govern and govern with us, we are going to make sure that you provide services to all South Africans, not only those that voted for you.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. Herman Mashaba, ActionSA leader, effectively confirming that there was a strategy in place in voting in the DA, that they do have to run the line that the parties believe is foremost, and that is service delivery to all, saying that the DA is not a party that is committed to better service delivery to the majority. So it's going to be very interesting as we speak to the DA's new mayor, Mpho Phalatse, later on in Johannesburg. So do stay with us.